Hello all, welcome to www.bispsolutions.com. So in this series of planning tickets, today we are going to see the following two tickets. The first problem statement is that we have to load 10 new users from flat file to the application. Okay, so we'll go to the application. This is the planning application, and here I have logged it as the administrator. Now we have to load 10 users through flat file in the application. This is a demo instance we are seeing. So from tools we go to access control. Here you can see manage groups. Below there are tabs: manage users, manage the application roles, role assignment report would generate, user login report generates, and user group reports generates. So from manage groups over here you can create the groups. Like there must be some planners in an organization. There are different groups. There is a team of people performing certain tasks. So those for those teams you can create the groups here. It could be planning group, or it could be financial team, finance team, marketing team, expenditure planner. You can see over here these groups are created. Now here we have to create user, 10 new users. Manage users, we'll go here. So you can see users, all the users are listed over here with their email IDs and user logins. Now as the ticket says, if you see this ticket, you have to load 10 new users from flat file to application. There are many ways to create users. If there are one or two users, you can straight away create users. There is a tab provided here, create. Now this is a demo instance, that is why this facility is being provided over here. In real case scenarios, in real time, we do not create users from here. Now organization have stopped providing this access to the individual service administrator, or maybe to other power users. This access is not provided. In real time you have to use IDCS, that is Identity Domain Cloud Service. So when you go to My Services in Oracle Cloud Console, there you will have the identity domain, and you have to first request for the credentials. All these are provided by Oracle Cloud Console when the license is being purchased by the client. Now once you get the credentials of identity domain, there you can navigate to users, and either you can create the users there manually, or you can import, you can upload the flat files to add users. This is done. Nowadays this has now all organizations, they are doing it from IDCS, but since we are using the demo instance, we have this facility to create the users from here only. So if there are one or two users, few of the users, I can straight away go and create from here. I have to provide the username, the credentials. These three are mandatory, rest is optional: first name, last name, email ID. But I will not create user from here. I will upload the file. So I will show you the format of the flat file I have created. This is the file format. Okay, first column, you have the first name, then the last name, then you have email, then you have user login. You can to have this file format, you can this is all the employees in the this is all the users in the application. You can export this to CSV. Once you export all these already created users, then this sort of file gets generated. So here I'm not I've not created 10 users. For the sake of demo, I've created 4 of the users. Okay, so you can see I provided all of them their first name, their last name, I provided their email IDs and their user login. Now I will upload this file. Now here you see there is no option of importing. For that we're going to use EPM automate, and you will use EPM automate commands, and before that I will load this file in the application. So in the application you go to overview, so here you will find actions tab. There is inbox, outbox, explorer. We will upload the file over here. These are the file name is users, and I will here provide this overwrite file. I will check this box because I want, if any such file already exists, then this must be overwritten by this file, this new file, because I have created, this is my updated file now. So if any file with this name already exists, I will overwrite, I will check this box, so that gets overwritten, and I will upload the file. So that is done. So this is the file, you can see users.csv. this has been uploaded. Okay, now I have uploaded the file already. I will now use EPM automate basically to add the users into the application. So you must be aware, you all must be aware, EPM automate, for that you have to download this tool from this in the Oracle itself provided. Oracle, the application, when you go to downloads, here itself you can see EPM automate is there. You can download this, and now this is, once you download, this is available for many of the modules, many of the EPM modules, not just PBCS. You can use it for FCCS, ARCS, TRCS. So you just, this is one time thing you have to do, and it's very helpful for automating so many tasks. Here my first command, I have to log in into the system. Okay, so we will first, what we will do, we will first log in into the system, and here what are we automating? We are automating the new users load. okay, importing that. So the second command would be of add users. So for the sake of this ticket which we are solving, we have to provide just two commands, and that I have written over here. So if you see, we have to call EPM automate. So first command is login. These are the credential, and here this is the user ID, and then this is, I have encrypted the password. It is recommended to encrypt the password initially. So basically, if you are using it standalone, if you are using it for standalone purposes, you can write the password in place of this thing. Okay, this thing. So what do we have? This is common. We have to call EPM automate. The command is login command. Next is the username, and next is the password, which is encrypted here. How do you encrypt it? You just have to, you do not have to learn all these script, all these commands. You do not have to learn it. In Oracle Docs, all the commands, EPM automate commands for PBCS, they are available. You can just copy it from there. Then I have to provide the URL. So if you see from here, this is the URL of the application. So let's first log in. So you see, we have login is successful. Now we'll go to the second command. My second command is to add users. Okay, now this is the name of the file. If you remember, this is users.csv. this is the file that we have uploaded. Now this is the command, add users. This is also available in the Oracle Docs. Add users is the command. Then we have to provide the name of the file, whatever file you are uploading. Okay, it may be users, whatever is the name, or maybe new users or entity, some entity, if there is some entity 101, whatever is the name of your file that you have uploaded into the system, use that name. Okay, then now this is optional. This is the password, user password, and this is reset password. Okay, these two are optional. Like even if from here to here also, if even if you give this command in EPM automate, your users will be added. But here ideally password is provided by the service administrator, which due to this command user gets the right to change that user is created. So this user password, this indicates the default password for all the new users who are created in the identity domain. Now if this is specified, like here I have specified certain password, this is the password I am providing for all the users, this password will be there. So if this is specified, the value of the user password parameter is used as the password for all users specified in the CSV file. So assigning the same password to all users may be desirable if you are creating users purely for the testing purposes. Okay, but if you are creating it for Oracle EPM Cloud users and want to assign a specific password to each user, then you have to use this command without specifying a value for the user password optional parameter. Then we're not going to give this password, because here this password is available for all the users. Second is this reset password. Now this is also optional. This will indicate whether new users must change password at the first login. Here it is I have kept it as false. In case if I make it true, and default is true, so if I make it So uh, now if this is true, okay, so unless this parameter is set to false, new users will be changed, will be forced, they will be forced to change the password as at the first sign in. What I'm saying is there is option to reset password, there's option to make it either true or false. Okay, by default it is true. Okay, now unless it is made as false, like if it is given here as true is equal to true, then new users will be forced to change the password whenever they will log in. First login they will do, they will be asked to change the password. And then this command, it will send each new user an email with details about their account, that is username, password. In case it is set to false, that is my condition, then the email will not be sent. Then you must specify the user password. Since this is false, I have specified this user password. So this is the whole command I'm using, and here I will give this command. Now this file is already, it is there, so it is processing. It is added users, adding users has been done, completed successfully. You have seen here details also it provides. There are 4 users were there in my file, so it processed 4 and it succeeded loading the 4 users, and there wasn't any error. So now here is the application, let's check. So under tools, here we'll go to access control. There we have manage users. Okay, so this was the user file that I have uploaded. Maria Redcliffe, Richard Taylor, Simon Bridge, Alex. So we'll search for Maria. So this one was already there. This is the one I have uploaded. Next is Richard. This is Richard Taylor. Okay, so there are 2 Richard Taylor, but this one this has a different login. Okay, Richard T is the login ID, so this is the one. In case the name could be similar, the email IDs could be similar, but login ID has to be different. In case now for this also, if I would have created Richard only, so I would have got error when we passed it, when we did EPM automate. This would not have succeeded in loading. Okay, so there would have been 4 processed in EPM automate and 3 succeeded but 1 failed if this user login would have been same. So every time you have to keep the user login ID, in case the name is same, name, title, everything is same, then you have to see that the user login is different. Also we have taken care that we have provided email IDs for all the users. This is also important. In case we do not provide the email ID, again there would be error. When we launch the PM Automate, when we add users, there's going to be error. Okay, Richard, we have checked. We'll see for Simon. This is Simon Bridge. Okay, and lastly was Alex Austin. So see, Alex Smith was already there. I've created a new one, Alex Austin. So this is the steps to create, to upload basically users from a flat file into the application in real time. This is done through IDCS. Now okay, the second one is create smart list and set employee working shift. We have to create a smart list, break this a problem statement into components. First we have to create a smart list. Okay, then we have to in the smart list we have to set the employee working shift, and they have provided what shift they want. Okay, 8 to 5, 5 to 1. So here now speaking about smart list, in the navigator, when you click the navigator here on the top left under create and manage, here is the smart list. Smart list are basically user added options. These are already created options available for any granular study or granular analysis of any of the data, depending on what sort of smart list created. This basically provides a drop down list. So once this is attached with the member of any of the dimension, a drop down would come. So there you do not have to enter the numbers. Whatever you have created in the smart list that we are going to create from this icon, that comes. So basically this is a predefined attributes, you can say. Here we'll provide the name. Shift hours. Okay, and be sure that there shouldn't be any spaces between the name. Shift hours I am providing. Then here in the display order, it is given the options of ID, name, label or hierarchy. So here we want to use the ID. There is option you can use it to the where do you want this displayed. Okay, so here we will use it as ID, and then we have missing drop down label here and missing form label. So see, this is hash missing. So whenever there is a this is, if you see, this is a smart view over here. Here also you can attach the smart list. Wherever there is no figures, what do you see? You see hash missing. So if you do not want this hash missing, either in data form or in smart list, anyway, smart view, so basically in the representation of the data, if you do not want any of these hash missings to be seen, what you can do is, here there is hash missing drop down label. They are asking what do you want to see, give the label. In spite of hash missing, what do you want to see? So I will provide here select. Basically we have to select from the drop down. What are we doing? We can write, we are actually selecting. So I have provided here select. So now I will see select. Now this is missing form hash missing. What is the form label? We want form settings or we want drop down setting. So either one of these can be selected. Let's select this as drop down setting. So this is done. Now here this is the name of the smart list I have created. Now we will provide the entries in this smart list. So here this icon is there. You have to create. Okay, so what does the ticket says? We'll go back, create smart list, and the working shift, this you can say shift hours is 8 to 5 and 5 to 1. All the users who have joined, kindly mute yourself. I request all the users who have joined, kindly mute yourselves. I have provided two shifts, morning 8 to 5, and the other one I've named as evening 5 to 1. Okay, now you can see this is the shift hours we have already created, and number of entries it highlights over here. There are two entries. We have provided two selections. Now we have to go to the dimension, and we have to create certain members in the dimension. For all those who have joined after some delay, I will specify them that we are my problem statement, we are solving this ticket that we have to. First one we have already finished. Second one, we have to create smart list, and we have to set their employee shift hours from 8 to 5 and 5 to 1. So for that I have first created the smart list. I have already created that. Now I will go to the employee dimension over here. Okay, and I will create two of the members. I will create two children, two descendants here. One is Tabby, and the data type we're going to associate the smart list we have created. Then here we have to provide the label, the name of the smart list we have created, shift hours. So we have created one employee tabby, and one more I'll create. So here now I will add sibling, make it as Alina. And here I'll provide the smart list. This is shift hours. This is in the employee dimension. I have created 2 employees. Now in the account dimension I have already created working shift. This is in the out of the balance sheet hierarchy I've created. Let's see this. Okay, account type would be saved assumption over here, and data storage store, and data type here I will attach the smart list that I have created. Now I'll refresh the database. I have already created the smart list. This is done. Database refresh is done. Okay, finish this. We'll select the employee members here. And here I am looking for 2 of the accounts. You can, so that you can see the data. First is working shift. I have created out of the balance sheet hierarchy. Okay, and the other one I'm looking for salaries. Let me check if there is, otherwise I have to create one. Okay, so here I have the salary account. Now you see this is the salary. Okay, 5800. I will change the default, so that change the alias basically. Now this is salary account I have taken. This I have created this account out of the balance sheet hierarchy. The other dimension, in the employee I have taken 2 of the members. Then product is new product. This is the entity I have taken, facilities resources. Then version and scenario as working in plan. HSP view data as base data. We are seeing this for January FY24. If you remember, in the smart list, instead of hash missing, we have selected the option to show select. That is why it is coming select over here. These are all data type here is the currency. Okay, but here we cannot type any figure. This is the smart list because we have attached the smart list with working shift account member. Okay, so here we have to choose the shift. We have created 2 shift. We'll make him morning 8 to 5. The other one will make it as evening 5 to 1. And this is the salary. So now here I'll input salary, let's say 20,000 USD, and I will make this as 17,000 USD. So, and now here I'll submit the data. Now this is the base we work when we have to create a smart list and we have to attach it with any of the members. Like here we had to create this smart list which would specify the shift hours, the working hours. So we first created the smart list and we had to attach it with the employees. So here the employee members, we have attached it from the member properties. I hope the 2 tickets are clear to you. So that's it for today. We'll meet again tomorrow with few more tickets. Thanks for joining. If you have any doubts, you can write us at www